What's up, everybody? All right, so I ordered a really cheap kit. Came it was like $17 or something. Comes in this little case and everything, and come with these very 80s looking machines. And a liner and a shader, and the frame feels plastic, but it's not. So what I did was I took it apart because the liner wasn't working. It was like I think there's like paint up in the frame part here, and so it was just not conducting really well. It would work 1 minute and then not the next. I think you can see the paint in there. So I guess looks like they painted it after they tapped the frame, I'm gonna guess. I mean, it's not a bad design for a frame, you know, it's really nice and light. They used brass hardware on it and everything. So, I originally had these coils, which are copper, in this one. The problem with this particular frame, this is a nice frame, I think. They sell them for about $8. But it's not really magnetic. It's got some properties to it, but it's not real like strong. So like basically you can't pick the machine up with a magnet. Whereas you take one of these other ones and you can pick up the machine with a magnet. You know, so like this one here. So if you can't really pick up a machine with a magnet, there's not going to be enough in the bottom to join the two coils. So, now contrary to what a lot of people believe about the conductivity of the frame, it's a bunch of BS. You see right in here? What we're looking at down in that hole where the clip cord goes is the back of my spring. So, the clip cord will do two things: conduct electricity through the back of the spring, and then this small little section right here, it'll conduct right there. It'll go through the screw into this. And because even if this frame was made out of 24 karat gold, you have a steel spring, you have a steel screw, you have a whole piece here, and this is, you know, every single one of these connections is a voltage drop, and steel and iron are the poorest conductor of electricity. So this small little section right here where the electricity travels through either into the screw or the back of the coil, or excuse me, the back of the spring, is the only spot. So literally your clip cord sits in here. Let me grab it. It sits in here like this, and it is pushing on the back of that spring, and that's where it's conducting electricity more than it is through the frame here, trust me. So unless you want to make your springs out of something else, you know, it's not going to make a difference. But they always used to say, oh, it's a brass frame, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's a bronze frame, whatever. It's aluminum frame. It's better than whatever. No, it's not. And the other problem is that you need a yoke. And so, but the cool thing about this frame is they've got two yokes on here. These are 28 millimeter coils. This frame ships with a yoke, but you can't put 32 millimeter coils in it. You see these stacked washers? You go underneath the second washer to space this up above the saddle, and you can put 32 millimeter in there with a single yoke, and it runs pretty good, but in my opinion it looks kind of funny. So 28 millimeter coils with a double yoke seems to run even better. So we took these out of this machine here, out of this cheap kit. And what's nice about this kit is it's got brass on it, or the most legit looking fake brass I've ever seen. And it might look better than the aluminum, but in reality, I don't really care. I can use either one. But I've been looking for a kit that had copper coils, and I finally found it, but they don't have any more left. And that's okay, because I don't need these size coils. When I ordered this, I thought they were full size. I thought they were 32 millimeter, but they're not. So anyway, I prefer to not have a yoke on a machine. I prefer one like this Spalding Rogers Puma copy. And these are probably the most legit tattoo machine you're gonna find on Amazon. They use a copper contact point, contrary to what some people were saying on Amazon. The guy was like, oh, it's sterling silver. No, it is not sterling silver. And you know, I mean, for all you guys know, I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but let me tell you, man, most of these people that comment on Amazon and a lot of people that put out content on YouTube, they don't know their ass from a fucking hole in the ground. You know, and so you have to take what you see on YouTube and the internet with a grain of salt, because if you go take everything to the bank that you hear, you will be pulled in every different direction. So on this channel, I just try and make content that's honest and no bullshit. I don't have enough followers to make any money on here. I'm not getting free products. Sometimes I review something and tell the people on Amazon it sucks, and they give me a full refund, which is good. And then sometimes they say that they'll actually do something about it, but you know, we'll see. At any rate, I enjoy testing out this stuff and trying out these different cheap machines. This is another one that has some potential if you change the coils. Maybe I'll put these blue ones in there. And this is another one that came with coils that were aluminum but actually ran really good. This one still has the aluminum coils and it runs really good. This is a frame I made that I put aluminum coils in, and it runs really good. Some other projects. Here's some hand scrambled coils that I made that didn't end up working good in anything. So I think that the coils really don't work well unless they're exactly the same length, because here's the thing, we don't know if they're the same, and they're probably not. Evenly wrapped, I think, makes a difference. So I mean, these are fun to play with, but in the end of the day, like, it's easy to grab a pen and just go. So I don't know, we might be seeing the end of coil machines, you know, in popularity. They won't disappear, but the popularity of them will get worse and worse, especially as we get younger generations getting into tattooing. Anyway, thank you for watching, and if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks.